Hi everyone, I am back with my March design team project for the Graphics Fairy, and for this month I have created this little floral journal. This is made from a vintage book that has been gutted, and I have just sewn the signatures directly into the spine of the book. It's this really beautiful purple color, if you hopefully that's showing up. And then on the front I have printed of this floral pansy image onto some vellum paper, and I've just then sewn it onto some blush pink cardstock, added a little bit of sheer fabric on the back, and then a little bit of scrap of lace here, some gathered fabric, and just some bright buttons, and then this bright spring green seam binding for the closure. So my idea for this was that this would be a little garden journal. I love to plan my garden, and I like to go through catalogs and decide what flowers I want to buy for this year, what new perennials, what annuals, maybe sketch out some plans for my garden, and then take pictures and really keep track of things throughout the year, so that then the following year I can look back and see what things I might want to repeat. So that was my intent with this little journal. So let me show you what I've done inside. So you can see those little buttons, and I've made it to be kind of a vintage shabby chic look, but what I've done throughout is added a lot of little bright color touches. I just really like that combination. It works so lovely for spring. So inside, I just have this pretty paper on the front and back covers. You can see there. And then I've added my usual vintage papers. I've added a little bit of colored cellophane tape, vintage envelope here that I've added more tape, and then a little bit of pretty washi, and just a rose image there. And in this pocket I have just some paper that has been embossed, a little bit of trim at the top. That's a vintage French tag. And then this tag is actually a little booklet, and I have printed some Graphics Fairy pattern paper, and then a little tab here from the Scents and Soap collection, and just added some paper in here, and I thought that was a great place just to make maybe a little list. So I'd like to show you some of the printables here. So this tab is actually from, as I mentioned, the Scents and Soap collection. And with the Graphics Fairy, not only do you get images that you can print, let me just show you, like this, for instance. So you get these images, you can size them as you want to. So this is a typical journaling card size. You can make them more wallet size, or you can make them larger and make it a full page for your journal. But the other thing that's included are usually pre-made sheets. So in this one, for instance, there's this would be perfect for a planner. So you have all your tabs here, you have little flags, little labels here, and then some cute images that you could just add to a title, for instance. So you get those kinds of things, and then you also get pattern papers. So I mentioned here that this was made from one of the pattern papers. This is in the newest collection. It's called Easter Devotional, and this is a pretty lavender color pattern paper. It also came in, I believe, like a peach color, a green color, a pink color. So this would be perfect to make a journal cover from, or some of the pages in your journal. So I wanted to show you how those printables come when you actually go onto the membership site and see some of the bundles. So here I've just got a vintage receipt. I liked it because of the color and then the purple stamping, and I've left it plain on the inside. A little bit of gathered fabric here. I've clipped on just a couple of pretty pink tags here. Just a little bit of trim. And then on this side I have added one of the journaling cards from the Scents and Soap collection. I've added this little flower that I've made into a paper clip and just added a little button for the center. And in this little glassine envelope I have cut some of the tabs and labels from that Scents and Soap collection that I just showed you. And then because it's close to St. Patrick's Day, I really also wanted to show you that the Graphics Fairy has all kinds of different bundles for a variety of seasons and holidays. So you can get lots of Christmas images or St. Patrick's Day images. I'm going to show you a few of the Easter images as well. So there's all kinds of things that you can find. It's so much fun to go through all the kits and see what new things that I can find every month. This is just a clipped on vintage postcard. I believe it's blank on the back. Yes, it is. And then I've just added some of my favorite, you know, I love to have things hanging off the side of the pages here. So I've added some pretty tabs and lots of pretty trims here. And then this kind of tracing paper, turquoisey blue color. Little fabric pocket here. And I have added one of the Graphics Fairy images, so you can see here I have printed it just in a typical journaling card size, and then this one I have reduced to a wallet size. So that's some of the things that you can do with these images. And then this is from their newest collection, the Easter Devotional. And then this is a vintage French letter here. And then it's on this great vintage paper. So lots of beautiful calligraphy there. On this side I have just clipped, I've rusted one of the Tim Holtz bulldog clips, and I've added just a floating pocket that has a fabric pocket on the front and just a plain tag there. So this is also from the Scents and Soap collection. So this is the pattern paper that is part of that collection. So there's a few different papers and they're all collaged like this. Just beautiful. And on the back then I've added, so this is the center of the signature where I've added this pretty green ledger paper. And then on each side of that I've added that pattern paper as a pocket. And on this side I have added this Language of Flowers journaling card. And then this is another of the St. Patrick's Day images that you can find on this site. I just thought that was really cute and just wanted to add that in just to show you the variety of things that you can find. On this side I have just this vintage shoe tag and this really pretty lilac image, and then this botanical image from one of the bundles as well. And I will list on the blog at the bottom will be a list of the bundles that I've used for this project. You can find lots of these really cute Easter images. I've got another tab here, and then this is just a flip out page. And I've used rusted paper clips throughout this journal. And here I have a vintage calling card. I thought the pansies went so well with this little spring journal. And then inside, so that lifts up, and that's the name of the lady who had this calling card. Isn't that gorgeous? And then here I have a vintage French piece of calligraphy, and this is just a love this color, so that's why I've added it here. And again, it's just a French receipt. And that could be glued to make a pocket, or you could just write on the back of that. And here is a vintage diary page. And what I have done, you can see I've added some of that aged cellophane tape, and I have attached that to this envelope at the back. So you can see the cellophane tape there, and then the signature is just sewn through here. And just some pretty lined paper there. Here I've added, this was just a piece of writing paper that I've added, made it into a pocket, added this flower as a little tuck spot to add another journaling card. And then here is one of the images from the newest bundle, the Easter Devotional. Hyacinth, yes, hyacinths. Those are one of my favorite spring flowers. And here I've got some vellum to make pockets, and then I've just added some more things just to show you. So this is just a fussy cut rabbit that was from one of the Easter bundles, and then I've added just a little Easter image of that little girl and the bunnies there, and then I just love this blue receipt, so I've added that just to add some more spring color. And on the other side, I have another one of the images that I've reduced to the wallet size. But then this is an envelope from the Wildflowers collection. It'll be listed below. And one of the printables there was a seed envelope, and that's what this is. So you can see on the back, it's got the plant notes, the species, and the date. So I've just used one of the new Tim Holtz clips to keep that clip together, and I've added that. And here I've got just a French menu printable, and this is from the Scents and Soaps collection, and I really love that collection because it has a lot of spring colors that I thought went so well with this journal. On this side, I've just got a little bit of fabric where I've added a little tag and a little bow on this hanging bulb pin there. And so this is the envelope. So I just love the colors here. I've added some buttons and more of that washi tape. And then inside, I've just added the wildflower printable there. Colors go beautifully with this. And then the other side of that vintage French receipt. And that's the end of the journal. So thank you for joining me. I hope you liked this little book. Do go and check out the premium membership site. You can find so many fabulous printables and papers that you can use in your journals, as well as the images. So thanks for joining me. I will see you back here next month with another Design Team project.